Hi, Syd's page. Hi, SydFIT personal page. Guess what day it is?
Is it Monday?
It's Monday.
Which is Boxing Day.
Always Boxing Day.
Big Boxing Day. Big Boxing Weekend.
Big Boxing. What? You know what's sad?
What's that?
I did not watch anything this weekend. All I watched was highlights.
Well, okay,
I know.
Okay, I know. Because different times we had Australia, we had UK,
Right.
we had Barclays in New York, so we had lots of different
Everything
time
everywhere.
zones going on. But what a weekend for boxing! Let me tell you. Oh my gosh,
It was a good weekend.
Like, let's start.
Okay, so wait, is there anything outside of the highlight reels that I should actually watch?
Yeah, there is. But before we,
you'll have to let me know which one.
I mean, you saw Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
1 year out of the ring, got back in. He touched a man. My man said,
Sorry, do it one more time. One more time.
He touched a man. My man said, like that was.
I like the sound effect.
Yeah.
I really like this. Yeah, the sound effect's on point.
Man,
on point.
I swear, he just he said,
boom. Wait,
he said,
good.
Can you reach for me?
Good.
Take reach. Boom. It was gone.
I don't want a kakunk though.
Yeah.
I don't want a kakunk.
My man's power is real, legit. Like, I want to say like 44 wins, 43 knockouts. Yeah. Only one of his wins was not a knockout. And let me tell you, I'm gonna say.
I love when you get excited.
I'm gonna say, if I had to go down the ranks, I would go Tyson Fury.
Okay.
1.
Okay.
Then I would go Deontay Wilder. Well, hold on. Listen to champ Usyk. He has the belts.
But sometimes you can have the belts, but you don't deserve the belts. We had this conversation like 3 weeks ago, because that's my biggest problem is sometimes you have belts that you don't deserve.
Yeah. I mean, Usyk deserves the belts.
Yeah.
Because Deontay Wilder was not boxing then. Like he was, right. But now that Wilder's back, I would not want to see Wilder and Usyk in the ring. Because I like Usyk, man. He's done a great thing.
So you don't want to see that?
I don't want to see that.
I want it better than because he's done a good thing.
Because he has a legacy. And I know.
So then he shouldn't prove that he's the best?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
Go there.
Every time I'm going to go there. You cannot prove that you are the best at something if you're not willing to put it up.
He was the best at that time. And I want him to maintain that stature.
That's like Bernard Hopkins just like never, 50th fight, but I can't lose. No.
Right.
You can't do that.
I got a little soft spot for you. No.
You know what?
Right.
Just, what that's earned?
Okay, what?
I'm going to wear my Kovalev shirt next time.
Oh!
Kovalev and Hawkins is coming in for that.
Oh my gosh. So,
people got to do their best.
This is true.
You live a legacy from what you've done.
Yeah.
But you create, what's the word I'm looking for? Infamy by continuing to challenge yourself and go to be the best. Sorry,
Okay, that's a whole nother debate. I could go on with, because Usyk is...
It's never ending.
It's great. It's great.
He is great. I don't disagree with you. He is
but
great.
He's not big enough to beat a guy like Deontay.
No. I can't even disagree with that. I can't even.
We're coming for you. We're coming for you.
Yeah.
Accepting. It's guest time. See, did it work?
That's it.
Did it accept you?
Oh.
Okay, here, hold on. Let's see if I can. Oh.
Welcome to the Syd and Sonya show, live at SydFIT. Here we go. The SydFIT Studios in downtown Kitchener. The K-Dub. That's right. We're bringing it.
I'm accepting. Why is it? It's like not liking me today.
Cool. Well, while you're figuring that out, the other fights. So we also had, of course, the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time. Boxer, Clarissa Shields. She had a fight with Savannah Marshall. That was like a big build-up, Savannah Marshall was the only female ever woman to ever beat Clarissa Shields, and that was way back in the amateurs. And Clarissa Shields, like 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-2. Here we go.
I fixed it.
Here we go. Speaking of champions, right? I was just talking about Clarissa. Yeah.
It's like it knows It knows when great
the champions are coming. The champions are coming, and here he comes, Steve Molitor.
Good morning.
What's up, you two? Yo, Syd, what about Devin Haney?
I know, I didn't get there. Unbelievable.
The kid's got skills, and that was one of the most impressive performances of the weekend. The Clarissa Shields fight was amazing. Deontay Wilder knocked out a bum, but Devin Haney put on a boxing performance.
How impressed were you with Gambosis? Like my man switched up he was going he learned, he developed, he brought a new level.
He gave it all. He did the best that he could against such a skilled guy.
So which ones do I have to watch the whole fight?
Oh, you have to watch that. You have to watch Haney and Gambosis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
highlights are great when I just don't have the time or I forget. Goldfish brain lately, like nobody's business.
Oh my God.
But then I
right?
I don't want to waste. It's like when there, a lot of heavyweights. I don't have the patience to sit there.
Deontay Wilder fight will be easy to watch. Then you won't have that patience for that one.
Oh my gosh. So Steve, listen, you will understand this because there's this thing in boxing. You win a world title, but you gotta defend it, right? You defend your title. Listen, you're not a real champion to defend your title. All right, that's a thing in boxing.
Yeah.
I feel for Gambosis so much because he won the title, undisputed. He won the title, and then he didn't get a chance to defend it. But the kid is really, really. He just fought a guy that was just probably one of I feel for him because I really wish he'd defend his title because there's going to be that thing oh, you didn't defend your title.
Oh,
he beat a legend in Teofimo Lopez, beat a legend who beat the legend in Lomachenko. So he did get a bit of a bad deal because he lost to a future Hall of Famer, Devin Haney, twice in a row, back to back. But you're right, Syd. Anybody can win a world title, but to defend it is what matters. Yeah,
absolutely.
See, we have Stephen, your volume is down.
All right, we'll see. We'll go to bed. We'll see. There we go. So we want to hear what he's got to say. Right?
Good deal.
So Sonya does all the guest picking. She picks all the guests. And I got to say, you're on a good run because you're picking all the southpaws. The southpaws, the best fighters in the world.
I just, look, so I mean, there's a lot to pick from. And I kind of, here, it's totally random. Stephen wasn't random. That you weren't random.
Thank you.
Because I know he's been here. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, obviously I'm going to hit that up. And we're going to make that work, which we have. So thank you for joining us.
No problem.
But what I do, here's the secret. It's the first person that I come across when I'm social media scrolling that catches my attention enough for me to stop and actually do what they've written with their post.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. And I stop and we're good.
It's working. You catch your attention.
Catch my attention.
It's working.
Goldfish brain.
So tell me, did you watch the Clarissa Shields fight? Did you see that or any of the highlights on that one?
I did see the highlights. It was a total war, and I give credit to
Savannah Marshall.
Savannah Marshall. I mean, she's tough girl. Had a lot of pressure for her in her hometown. It's a lot of pressure, again, going up against a girl like Clarissa Shields. So a lot of credit to her, but at the end of the day, Clarissa Shields is the GOAT, no questions asked.
Nice. So speaking of hometown and pressure, you fought hometown, you defended your title. How many times did you fight? You were at the casino. Which one? Niagara Falls?
Casino Rama.
Casino Rama. How many times did you defend your title at Casino Rama?
My first run, I did 5 times in 9 months.
5 times in 9 months.
Yeah.
So talk to me about pressure. Did you feed off being in the hometown? Was that pressure for you? How did you feel defending your title at home?
I definitely felt a lot more pressure defending at home. I won the world title on the road, which I didn't feel as much pressure because there's all his friends and family. When we came back here to Casino Rama, especially with no world title fights on the horizon for the country, there was a lot of pressure on me. And pressure does 2 things. It either bursts pipes or cuts diamonds, so.
Absolutely. So what were some of the tricks that you did to use that pressure to kind of motivate you to be like, okay, like, how did you use that to fuel you?
Well, that's exactly what I did. You know what I mean? Like, you got to fight in front of your hometown fans, your family, your friends, the boxing world that you grew up with. So I just use it as motivation to train even harder than I was already training. You know what I mean? I didn't let the pressure get to me. I just kept training hard, so I left no stone unturned. So come fight night, came out on top.
Nice. So here's a question for you. Did you, like, from the time you got in the gym, like, started training, were you like, I'm going to be world champion? Did you know you're going to be world champion when you first started? Or was it, like, gradually you started to believe in yourself when you started to have some success?
Yeah,
I
started at a very young age. I was only 9 years old when I started, but my brother had won the Canadian title. So out of the gate, I just wanted to be Canadian champion. I was okay with that. But over the years, 2 or 3 years later, I just fell so far in love with boxing that I knew what I wanted to be.
Nice. If you're not involved in something, I think sometimes it's really hard to really grasp how much it takes to actually accomplish something. How hard is it to become a world champion in boxing?
You got to give your life up. Like growing up, no hockey, no parties. Missing lots of school, missing weekends with friends, eating what you want to eat. Like I've been doing this since I was 9 years old, and I gave up my life to accomplish what I have. My life's a lot different than it would have been had I not boxed. My mentality is different. Everything's different. So you got to give up your life to get what you want.
And stars have to align. Like you're not even talking about the business end. You're just talking about actually being a fighter that have the capacity and the ability to win a fight. But there's much more that to be a world champion.
The politics. I was supposed to fight Israel Vasquez 3 times. It got canceled. I went to South Africa to fight Gabula Babaza for the IBF world title. He failed his medical. So then I finally went to England. So there's just so many hurdles. Nothing's guaranteed. And you're right. The stars do have to align. You have to have the right team behind you. It's just like, the stars will align for sure.
Yeah. Was there ever a time, like, along that path where you're like, listen, another fight pulled out, I'm not going to eat again. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm just done. Like, I'm tired of this. Like, it's just too hard. Like, was there ever a moment where you're like, yo, Syd, like, yeah.
For sure. When I was living, you remember Adrian's gym on Keel and Lawrence in Toronto. Adrian had a gym there. I lived in that gym for almost 3 years. I had no sponsors.
You were upstairs, weren't you? Were you up one of those?
And listen to me. At 19, 20, 21, when your friends are out in college, living life, partying, and you're living in a boxing gym to try to make your dream happen. And I didn't fight for almost 9 months. And then you know how the boxing game is. My first fight was $1,500. My second fight was $600. I was taking a bus in the subway to Casey to work as a busboy to try to make ends meet, crying myself to sleep because I hated my life. But I didn't give up, and I kept grinding, and the wins kept happening, and the rankings got higher, and finally, I achieved it.
And I know, because, Adrian was my coach too, right? Like, it's so important to have someone that can still see the end. They can still see in you. Like, they're like, hey, listen, Steve, keep going, man.
What are you doing? Quit crying. Don't be a little pussy. Get back in the ring. And listen to me. And may he rest in peace. Adrian turned me from a boy to a man. From 19 to 21, 22, he was there for me when I was crying and upset and wanted to quit and leave. But he was there for me, and he pushed me, and he was a big part of my success with no questions asked.
Absolutely. So important. So important. You have any questions here? Let's see.
I haven't seen.
Dwayne Hyde. Hey.
We've got Jeff Lockhart. Hi, Jeff.
Let me scroll back up here.
You got any in there? Let's see. Yeah, scroll.
Oops.
Syd broke his.
Question is, what is your most memorable fight?
Me or you?
That was you. What was your most memorable fight?
It's a question for you.
Definitely my first world title. I mean, like I just mentioned, I went to South Africa to fight for it. The fight fell through. Previous to that, I was lined up for 3 fights. There's Israel Vasquez, 3 purse bids that got canceled. And finally, after 16 years of boxing in 2006, every morning that I went running before school, every party I missed, everything finally came to that one single night when I finally got to fight for my first world title. And then to knock him out in his hometown and become a world champion, there's nothing, the exception of the birth of my children, there's nothing I can compare to that.
All right. Now, did the tears flow? When you won that title, did the tears come out?
It was just so, I couldn't even control myself. I was so emotional. I thought, oh, I'll never cry in TV. I'll never be upset. I had no control over it.
Yeah. And to knock him out. And that's pretty much the way we need to go, right? When you go to someone's hometown, probably his promoter, there was only one way you were getting out with that belt. And you did it, man.
There's no questions asked. And especially at that level for a world title, like you can't be having a close fight. You can't even beat him every round and expect to get the decision. So me and Chris knew that we had to go out there and turn his lights out.
What do you remember? Was it a left? Was it a hook? What was the punch?
It was an overhand left. I dropped him earlier in the 4th round. I knocked him out in the 5th round to win, but in the 4th round I dropped him with a straight left. But in the 5th round, you can watch the video and you can hear Chris. I'm circling to my left, and you hear Chris say, "Overhand left." I planted my left foot, Syd, and I threw a missile. It cut his face, and it put him down. And he looked up at around the count of 7 or 8, and he looked at his coach, and he went, "Nope."
No, sir.
I think that's the moment when you watch them say, "I can't take anymore."
Right? I don't even want to get up and face any more of that. Forget it. Wow. Was that a punch that you threw a lot of, the overhand left, or was that like, okay?
It wasn't at that time because I had just got with Chris, and I was with Silvio Specs and Adrian T to Rescue my whole life. And Syd, you know, Adrian, very technical, straight punches, not so much of the looping, wild American type style shots. That's something that me and Chris have been working on, and fuck, it paid off.
That was the shot. That was the shot. Nice. All right. So part of this show is actually we have to train Sonya to fight because in the 50th episode, she's going to have a fight. So this is where she gets to learn how to box. So we're going to work on today.
I'm still waiting to see what the parent's going to be for going to let this happen.
You know what we're working on today?
What are we working on today?
We're going to work on the overhand.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve's going to teach us the overhand.
Well, I mean, if you can take them out with it, then let's do it.
So, Sonya's going to look like a southpaw to you, so don't worry about that.
I'm not.
What is give me 2 key components of the overhand. Like what makes it so effective, or what does she need to do? What the overhand?
With the overhand, you want to go over, obviously, you're going to want to go over Syd's left hand or his right hand or whatever. But you can't drag, because you have to go so much over Sonya, you want to push that front forward, get a little bit closer to Syd as you throw the punch, and don't drag your back foot all in one motion. Your feet have to follow your hands.
And where is she aiming for? She's going to hit them in the nose, the forehead, the temple, the ear, or does it not even matter? Just
For me personally, it all depends on where the person's hands are and where I threw the punch previously. I like to throw a quick 1-2 down the middle and then come over top for the second one. A little bit of a trick them a little bit.
We're going to set them up. All right, let's set up. And then when you said it all depends where the hands are, I just talked about Triple G. Crazy, right? Boom.
Anywhere.
I enjoy Triple G. I really do.
All right. So, right?
Ready?
All right. So, throw the strip 1-2 first.
Okay. Oh, my nail is so long.
And then the jab and the over, or just throw the over right from there?
She can throw the over right from there, but if she wants to throw the jab, she can. But make sure that you step in with your front foot and bring your back foot to follow to get that power of the overhand. Yes.
So,
2.
You got it. Forget the jab. It's like, you're savage.
Yeah, why would I waste an extra jab?
So,
Look, there's a beetle there, so this is a punch bug. You ready? The
all
best
right,
one
let's
ever.
just work on the overhand. So I'm going to hold this harder like that.
Okay.
Step in.
I don't like that.
That was like a...
That was gross.
No. I'm going to let Steve... All right. So when she throws the overhand, give me like an analogy, like, so that she can understand. Because like she went like...
Yeah, it was so bad.
So when you before you go to throw it, Sonya, you got to cock that foot, hip and shoulder back like you're cocking the hammer to a gun. There you go, and make sure your arm is nice and loose, and don't tighten it to the very last second and hit him triple G style like Syd knows what I like. But your arm can't be too close to you. It's got to be a little bit longer out because you're gonna go around his arm.
It was the back.
A little bit,
Okay.
yeah, but make your arm loose and come across. Yes. There you go. And a little bit longer, Sonya.
Sit even longer. So,
Longer,
so
okay.
it means it's getting...
Yes. There you go.
Oh,
So I think I'm too much tight.
I probably am.
This is one of the punches that's kind of like it's a foot to the side, but just kind of try to just wing it. Yeah, just think like just let it go.
I'm slapping. Really, I'm not kidding. I really need to like sleep on Sundays, and I never do it.
Today.
Okay. No,
That's getting better.
it's
Like
not
that.
fair.
Like that. Oh, it's getting there. What the let's go up a little bit more.
Yeah. A little bit longer with the arm. A little bit longer with the arm. Longer.
Longer with the arm even. So he's saying like you gotta like
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
But that was good. Bring it up.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
good. Okay, that's getting better. Longer with the arm. Let's go. Yeah, again.
Oh, I feel so sloppy.
One more. All right.
I can't. I am. I'm on technical.
Listen, it is.
I feel.
It's a difficult punch.
Oh, sorry.
It's a difficult punch to really master.
I'm dying to continuously just see them in.
They're going over here. So when the punch comes, right? Like you think punches come here. This one's gonna come. Boom! So it's gotta like loop a little bit.
I don't want to come down.
Yeah, you wanna come down.
I want that like almost cheap shot, but not a cheap
Not
shot.
right. So
And,
all right,
and
that's
Sonya, keep those knees bent. Keep your bum down. Don't get straight up in the air trying to throw punches. There you go. Keep that bum down and keep those knees bent.
Okay.
You're getting cues. You're actually quite coach. You can be a champion. It's good.
I actually it's the memory, Syd.
Bigger. Loosen the arm. Again. Yeah. Come on. Good. You're getting it. Ooh. Come on. Look at that. Yeah.
I've had a weekend.
Come on. Let it go. Yes. Ooh. You gotta win the title. Let's go. One more. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up. We throw the 1, 2.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Watch this sucker. Nice. Bell. Yeah.
Done.
Yes.
Just like that.
Oh my
I know, right?
god.
Do it again. Hit it 1, 2. And you go. Yeah.
I didn't step forward.
And down. All right. 1, 2. And then, boom! That's it. Again. 1, 2. Up, and then, go for it. Oh! Hey? Not bad. See? Good coach.
I don't know.
That's amazing.
We have, oh, hold on. We have a question too.
Oh.
Which boxing gloves is she using? Oh, these are the Rival IntelliShock paint gloves.
Yeah. Well, on that, we'll ask Steve, what gloves did you like to use? Because there's, in boxing, you've got like gloves that protect your hand, you got puncher's gloves, what kind of gloves did you like to use?
When I first won my world title and for my first 2 defenses, I used Reyes gloves because I was knocking guys out. Yeah. But as you know, when you want to punch hard, they're not good for your hands. I broke my hands bad. Then I switched over to Grants, which I loved for the rest of my career.
Yeah, Grants are nice. Grants are nice.
Elvis Grant, what up? I know he knows you, Sid.
Yes, Elvis Grant. Listen, they're expensive gloves, though, but you know what I mean? Great. Still, yeah, great.
Still.
Nice.
So but that's the thing that a lot of people take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth the investment
Absolutely.
to get quality instead of going and buying like whatever's on the Walmart shelf today.
Yeah. No.
You have
Get something
to be a successful boxer, you have to invest in yourself. Every one of my first fights, I was making $1,000, $2,000. Gym equipment, supplements, training, it all went right back in. You gotta. If you're gonna invest in yourself, it's a smart investment.
Absolutely, right? And start at the beginning. Like, don't wait. Like, just get in the habit of understanding. Like,
Make it your life, you guys.
Make it yourself, right? So, speaking of coaching, you're doing a little coaching these days, aren't you? Are you in the gym a little bit, doing a little coaching? What's going on?
I'm helping out with Jesse Wilcox and Evan Gallard, who are both fighting November 4th, Bonda Brothers in Brantford, Ontario. Promoted by CBC Classic Boxing Company. It's a big fight that's going to go for the kids' cancer. Their brother Robbie had cancer at a very young age and passed away from it. So it's for a very good cause. I love the Wilcox boys and their family, and I started helping out with Jesse, who's 15 or 16 and 0 as a pro. Evan Gallard, who's 4-0 as a pro, and these guys asked me to help out and pass along some knowledge. I love the sport, and I mean, just like you do, Sid, and I'm grateful for you and Sonya for allowing us to use your amazing facility. So I'm just helping out for this card on November 4th. Not trying to change them up too much, Sid, because in so little time you can't change somebody. But a few small little tweaks that I feel that can help them for their fights November 4th.
Yeah, and again, that's November 4th in Brantford. And I come back every now and then. I just kind of watch, you work with Jesse, and he hits hard right?
Yeah.
He hits hard.
He hits very hard. And the whole Wilcox clan, those boys are so disciplined, so polite, and so respectful, and such hard workers that the sky's the limit for all those boys.
Discipline, hard work.
They're great family.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to that fight myself. I'm looking forward to
Are you going?
Um,
Are you going to be there with us?
I'll be there in spirit. I'll be in the DR. I'm on vacation. I got to take a vacation.
I'm bringing my daughter. This is going to be her first live fight that she's attending.
Yeah.
And she's so excited. I know. I got to find her we have Stephen Wilcox shirts and we have all these, but they're all so big for her. So I'm trying to jerry rig one, like an old one, but I don't want to cut anything up, and I'm life problems.
So anyone that's watching, we are actually going to be having a table or two there. So if you do want to come and watch the fights, DM us. Maybe we might let you sit with Sonya.
Well, no, we can. Totally, guys, I need friends. Come sit with me. When I have two small children, one will call you bruh. So just, if you can handle, yo, bro, you're not drunk. And then, come sit with us.
That's right.
Please
November 4th in Brantford. Stephen, listen, man, won't take up too much more of your time. I want to thank you so much I've heard you doing your broadcasting. Amazing job. I just think it's great that, Canadian talent that has been around the world can come back and also still give to the sport. And whatever, you know what I mean? Like whether it's broadcasting, whether it's training and coaching, just being a source of inspiration, but also knowledge for the next up-and-coming fighters. Because I'm sure you want to see the next group of fighters do even better than you did, because that's the key, right?
210%. I want to see everyone be 10 times more successful than me. And I follow guys like you, Sid, who give back. I see you giving back. I just want to follow the footsteps of my older brothers, guys like you who I looked up to growing up. I just want to give back just like guys like you, brother.
Thank you, brother. All right, man. Listen,
Sonya,
enjoy.
Thank you very much. Sid, thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Love and respect.
All right.
Thank
you, man. All right. That's it. Stephen Molitor. Yes, world champion. IBF.
We're so lucky that we have so many great Canadian athletes, especially boxers, to pick from. Male, female, we have it all.
Absolutely. I'm just going to check, make sure I didn't miss any questions.
I don't think we did. Let's see. Can I fight Sonya episode 100? Well, that's up to Syd. That's from Phoenix. That's up to Syd. So I'm gonna back out of that one.
Yeah. I see Tom Doyle on here. I gotta say what up to Tom Doyle, man. Like George Chavallo, this guy is such a great friend, Tom. I appreciate you, man. Everything you're doing for George Chavallo, man, because he's a staple in
right?
Canadian boxing, like a legend.
And always like with updates and keeping us all informed.
Yeah, man.
And still caring.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have to agree with that.
He doesn't forget.
No.
He doesn't
Never
forget.
forgets.
You know what I mean? That's really cool.
No, I really like it. I appreciate that too.
All right.
All right.
So,
I've got it.
what do you got?
I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got one good one left for you.
Let's do it. All right, here we go.
One good one, guys. One last one then. Practice.
Wait, you want the 1, 2, and then the...
I'm feeling the 1, 2 because I feel like it's like my setup, and then
You know what I think was missing, though? You have to... You gotta...
you want me to make the grunt. So Lucas' body. Okay, fun fact, really quickly, folks. Fun fact. Pre-COVID, my son asked Lucas' body what was his secret to knocking people out.
Yeah, what's it?
Lucas, I'll see if I can find the video and then we'll post it up. Actually, we'll see if we can just get Lucas on and get him to re-explain it. But he said it was the grunt.
Okay.
And he sent my son a video back with the best grunts. And my son then walked around for probably a good 6 months.
Yeah.
Every time he was in the gym, every time he was at home practicing with these massive bear grunts. And it was hilarious.
So, are you going to give me the body grunt right now?
Okay, I don't know if I'm as good as Lucas though.
All right.
He's got him.
Give me what you got.
Okay, Lucas,
This is for
this
you.
is not to insult you by any means. This is out of sheer respect. I'm just gonna get that out of the way.
So,
Okay.
give me 1, 2 first.
Okay.
That, I
Is it better?
Yeah, I didn't realize you had that in you. Like, I expected a little higher. But you had like a little bit of deepness.
Yeah. All my friends are like the least girly girl in life. I just like purses.
One more time.
That's all I got.
One more time.
Oh, and I get my nails done now.
Okay, give me one more time. Oh my gosh, and there we go. Nice. Listen, happy Monday. It's Boxing Day, everybody. So get out,
Does that
do some
mean that our
boxing.
next one? Wait. I have to. Is our next show on Halloween?
Could be. Ooh, oh my gosh. Fine, I guess I'm dressing up now for the next show. So, I know how would it go.
Yeah, it's spooky season. You know I'm not letting you wear that. Guys, if I can find my inflatable Stay Puft costume that is adult size, please leave your votes today. Drop a comment, drop a like. If we get over 100 comments and likes combined, I will find Syd an inflatable costume to wear for our Halloween episode.
Ooh, that could be dangerous.
Right, I'm so
right.
excited.
Cool.
Challenge on. So it's up to you guys. It's
Let's
up
do
to
it.
you guys.
Let's do it. And
All right?
November 4th in Brantford,
Yes.
all four Wilcox brothers.
And Lucas Body.
Lucas Body's
Lucas Body is on that card.
Oh, and Evan Glenn.
And Evan Glarg, yes.
Holy smokes.
And a female with her fight debut. I cannot remember her name
Hang on.
right now.
It's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. No, it won't.
It's not going to come to me either. Also, I believe she's from Steeltown in Hamilton.
Oh, it is. Yes, she's from Brantford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another gentleman. But yes, it's quite the card. It's quite the card.
Yeah.
I'm quite excited.
If you remember her name, if anyone knows her name,
Yes.
put it in there.
Please do.
Yeah. All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Happy Monday.
Happy
Boxing
Monday.
Day.
Whoop, whoop. Have a good one, guys.